What a perfect way to finish 2025. Visiting Zhongguo, China, one of the greatest superpowers and biggest, most powerful, most prestigious countries in the world. Join me in checking out Shanghai, one of the pearls of the empire. Shanghai, a place where you see wealth, you see the upper middle class as well of China thriving, doing well, enjoying the fruits of their hard work. People are visibly tired here. You see that they work very, very hard. Maybe the hardest of places I've been to in the past in the world. There is no slacking over here. You're building the biggest, most powerful country in the world. No slacking allowed for sure. Now, some people may have some stereotypes about the cleanliness of China. That's certainly what I heard from my Asian friends when I first moved to Asia a while back. And so far, in Shanghai at least, the opposite is quite true. It is extremely clean everywhere. You have people cleaning all the time, as you can see. And overall, nothing on the street. You see, look how clean it is behind me. I hope you can see that, even though it's the night. It's very, very well kept and looked after. So, it's not a place where people smile at those they don't know. That is definitely one thing that struck me when I first landed immediately. You see that people have things to do. They go about their life. They have to make things happen. And sometimes a big smile is not what you need to make things happen. So you don't get a smile. Could it be related to communism? Yeah, it definitely could. Why do I say this? Because it's very similar to what you will see in Russia. And here it's very similar.
Hello,
Well, no. And by the way, that's the first time I'm seeing a Durex Meg advertising. People can feel cold at first, but I'm very sure that they will open up the moment you start to get in a bit more confidence. Now, in terms of the tourists, I must say that I don't see many tourists. I see a black family here. I wonder where they come from. Well, they are certainly Africans, and you may know or may not know that China has ever-growing ties with Africa, so I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a few African tourists or students living here for that matter, just like you do in Russia, by the way. And yeah, so we're saying it's extremely clean. In terms of tourists, I digress. In terms of tourists, I don't really see many tourists. Of course, how do I? You could say, yeah, Andrea, if the Asians you wouldn't tell. For example, next to me are some Koreans. Yeah, you may be able to hear it. It's some Koreans. But in general, I'm not really seeing so many or as many tourists as I would imagine in such a global city as Shanghai. Connected to that, you have the fact that people don't really speak English. So I read somewhere a very interesting statistic that people in China speak less and less English. It used to be something very big, something very important to be able to converse and go about doing business in English. It's not any longer. Because why care when you live and build in the backdrop of this? Why does English matter? This guy having a lot of fun. It's a new video maybe. It is. Chinese music. Very nice if you ask me. Not this one. And it's getting more and more packed on the band, which is this pier or walking street. It's not really a walking street, but you get what I mean. In Shanghai, lots of people, yeah, but it's not very packed. What's packed is the cars. There's lots of cars, and by the way, something that to me is just shocking to see is the Xiaomi cars. So you may know Xiaomi because of their phones or electronic appliances and quirky things at times. Xiaomi is a brand I absolutely love. My phone is a Xiaomi, by the way. But to see this company produce cars that are supposedly as good, if not better, than Tesla and the likes. That is shocking to me. By the way, the car looks amazing. I wish they sponsor me. They clearly don't. Look how cool it is. I'm a sucker for this type of backdrops, the skyscrapers, the neon lights at night. I just love it. It's something that never grow old for me, and something that you get plenty of in Asia. So you see a lot of people hustling on the street, doing photo shoots for people. Yeah. I mean, you see, right? Okay, a couple of white people, but yeah, barely any. Barely any. Very cool. Very, very cool. It's quiet. No one bothers you. Is it easy to get around in China? So I was just mentioning to you, what is that, by the way? Is that a police truck or a... I hope the light doesn't annoy you too much. What is that? I probably shouldn't really film it, but that is something. It's like a police pod of sorts. Looks like that, like a police pod. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. Anyways, yeah, we're saying, is it easy to get around in China? At least from what I've seen, yes and no. So I say that it's not easy because, as I was mentioning, not many people speak English, and I don't blame them. We think, or people want us to think, that Chinese is a global language when it's not. It's not at all. And you may even argue that it shouldn't. But I don't want to get into this. More one. Chinese language doesn't make things very easy. The other thing is that because of the Chinese language, or the fact that here you don't get as many foreigners, you don't really need foreigners, everything is in Chinese. So when you deal with apps, everything is gonna be written in Chinese. There isn't really a translation, so you just have to figure it out, right? I hope for you that you're better than me at guessing Chinese characters, because that's really painful. Now, why is it actually very easy to get around? Because the society is so homogeneous, in a sense that everyone uses the same apps. All the apps are super well integrated. I'm talking about your Alipay, your WeChat, and whatnot. And so because of this, the moment you get into the flow, the moment you understand what to use, when to use it, how, then it gets very straightforward, because you don't ever have to think about the additional apps to install, to deal with. Everything, it's inside, it's set up for you, and that's great. And it's actually seamless, by the way. It works seamlessly, so that's really nice. Something that really surprised me is how tall people are. Like, the Chinese people in China, or at least in Shanghai, are very tall. They are taller than all the Asians I've seen, and I've seen quite a lot of Asian countries. They're just very tall, man. I feel very small here. And I mean, I'm not a huge guy in general, but I feel very small here. Very cool that the architecture here looks really like some sort of old school Europe or straight from an anime of some sort, like Attack on Titan type of setup. That's cool though. I like it. So ultimately, I'm in Shanghai and I almost cannot tell that I'm in Shanghai. The city is very modern, extremely well kept, extremely clean. People are having fun. People look good. It's it's ultimately like any other. Actually, it's better. So actually, it's better than many Western European countries or cities you can visit. Keep in mind one thing, which is that China 30, 40 years ago was nowhere close to this in terms of development. They did it so fast and they did it so well. And it's just impressive to see. And at the same time, it's very sad to see because it makes you think, if the Chinese did it, why can't other people do it? I'm Italian, why can't Italy do this? Why not? I'm wearing a jacket, it's a little bit cold. You would have seen people also wearing a few layers at least. It's not chill, it's not really chilly. It's slightly cold. That very nice feeling of wearing a few layers, which honestly you don't which honestly I miss at times, especially when it's not raining, because you only get the upside and no downside. Look at this also. You see, look at the architecture, so cool. Look how cool it is. That building. But I see, it looks like some sort of neoclassic Liberty style type of thing. There is no Uber here, there is a Didi. I think it's more like TT, but well, I'm trying to pronounce it without knowing any Chinese at all. Oh, there is a public toilet there, the barn, so that you go for a stroll. You need to pee, well, you have where to pee. And I see people are quite surprised to see me doing videos. I'm guessing it's not because about the video, because here going live, doing live streams is extremely popular. It's more because they're like, oh, how come there is this white guy doing it? Which is a legitimate question if you ask me. Okay, let's cross the street. Let's not get hurt in China. Look how nice it is, how orderly. Look how nice. It's a Saturday night in Shanghai, a beautiful Saturday night. Yeah. You see people going up with their Ferrari. Yeah, I mean, it is a communist country, that's for sure. But the fact that it's a communist country doesn't mean that everyone is poor, not at all. So, I'm just scrolling down, let's see if anything interesting happens. Just explore a little bit of the not as central Shanghai, you know. All of these mopeds are electric, and they have their dedicated little side of the road, you could say. So the road is split into two. You have one for cars and you have one for mopeds, or electric scooters, depending on how you want to call them. Yeah. I mean, here it even reminds me a little bit of, my hometown a little bit. Huh. Weird. Looks like a lot of people smoke, especially men, and smoke a lot. So I took a taxi or a TT, and it was a Tesla, by the way, which here You don't really see. I guess it was completely. China used to be the biggest market for Tesla, and now its market share has been completely taken over by local players who made their own electric cars. There's a Huawei shop over there. One of the tech giants of China, not very, not very widespread in the West because of the sanctions they put on them. And this looks a bit like older type of Shanghai building. Yeah. So cool. Alright, let's. And you see, actually, there isn't so many. There isn't that many people. I mean, it's packed, fine, but I mean, China is the biggest country on earth by population, and at the same time, Shanghai is one of the biggest cities in China, and it's not that packed at all. Not that packed. People working, the people building China. Is these guys over here. Working at 9 p.m. on a Saturday night. That's how you build a nation. No way around it. Even church, Christianity is not huge in China. You may or may not know. This is a cool church. It looks fake. Let's see. Does it look? I mean, tell me, does it look real to you? I mean, I'm sure it's real, but look at it. Looks like from Disneyland or something. Really cool color, I like it. Yeah, always a bit strange to see this type of buildings in Asian countries. Of course, in some countries, Christianity became, I mean, maybe not the main religion, but one of the main ones. So, of course, you see a bunch of churches. Yeah, cool. I really like, what I really like is that here, you would have noticed already, right, with a couple of buildings, that they play a lot with lights at night. Look how well lit the buildings are, and because of that, the building looks even nicer. No, it's so very nice. Wow, look at this. Wow. So there is a public toilet just like that. That looks really nice. This is a bus stop. Yeah, I think it's this is a bus stop. That looks very nice. Yeah. So it looks very nice. You see, people are very friendly and approachable. What's that? It's a ton of young people. See? Let's go investigate what's happening over there. Can you hear that? Can you hear that the traffic has no noise because everything is electric? See, it's very quiet for such a massive city. Winter Island. Oh, so cool. It's like a market. Wow. That's rad. Closed. Ah, okay, it's that. Okay. Well, it closed, you see, we cannot go in. Ah, that's a shame. That looks very cool. That looks very cool. It would be cool to try the public transport. I will not have the opportunity to do so this time around. That would have been fun. Because they have such an amazing infrastructure here. Yeah, you hear? Nothing. Look how many cars. And it's so quiet. It's so quiet. It's very weird for me. It's extremely weird. If you compare this to Europe. Oh, look at that. What we found. Oh, no way. That's the PopMart building? That's the PopMart building. No way. Wow, that is freaking cool. Look at that. Really cool. Let's go check out the PopMart shop. One of the main concerns I have is that what happens when you run out of battery on your phone? Because you literally need your phone to do anything. To the point that some friend was telling me that here, sometimes if you offer to pay something in cash, they refuse. They don't take it. A ton of bikes. I don't think they are being used much. I haven't seen a single person biking so far. So not really. It smells like fried food. These are konbini, Japanese style, but KD. Okay, that's a KD over there. I need to check out the Pop Mart shop. Look how massive that Five Guys is. That Caillou, and I don't even know what Caillou is, but that's the target over there. Pop Mart. If you don't know what Pop Mart is, I'm gonna share it with you. It's a very, very interesting phenomenon. Something I got hooked on myself. Let's go check it out. Oh, that's Mishwe. See, they're quite famous also in Singapore because they sell a soft serve ice cream type of thing for $1. That's 70 cents US. Can you believe it? It is how it is. It's actually true. Another cool building over there, architectural wise. Yeah. Five Guys. Arab tourists. Caillou. What is Caillou? No way, don't tell me this is the competitor of Pop Mart. You see, they sell some sort of cards over here. You see? There are cards type of things. Oh yeah, but actually at the same time they're mystery boxes, but different characters. Okay, I take it back. This is literally the competitor of Pop Mart then. So what the heck is Pop Mart? So Pop Mart is a relatively recent phenomenon from China. So let's take a step back. Chinese people love to gamble. I mean, everyone loves to gamble, but Chinese people love to gamble. So this guy came up with an idea. What if I sell boxes, which are blind boxes, so you don't know what you're gonna find inside. There is a degree of chance, a degree of luck, and I sell those to people. And what I'm really selling is not the product itself, right? Although cute and whatever you want. What I'm selling is the thrill of finding out, of shaking the box and wondering what's inside. So that's Pop Mart, and it's very cool. I'm sold on it. My wife is absolutely sold on it. So, and why is that the case? Why is Pop Mart so cool? I'll show you. I'll show you why it's so cool. Firstly, the design of the shops. You see? I mean, this is a bit of an intricate one, but it's always quite interesting, the design. This is how they look like, the boxes. Usually a bit smaller, to be honest. And you don't know what you get inside. You see, you can get one of these. Like, you have what? 7. You can get 7 characters, but you don't know what you're gonna find, right? So, how much is that? So that's 80 yuan. I'm not really sure about the conversion rate, but it's 80. It's not cheap. I don't know the conversion rate, but it's not cheap for sure. It's not cheap anywhere, because again, it's an easy way to gamble, you know. So, well, that's Pop Mart. But we have the same in Singapore, so actually I cannot be bothered. Actually, I liked more the design of the shop outside. That was really cool. Oh wow, look at these shoes. So cool. Such cool shoes. Wow. Very nice for ladies. Oh, and this is the walking street. We found it. We found it. So, I mean, I think you can tell that we are into the city center. Oh wow, man! Look at that. So cool. Really cool. Really, really cool. Nice. Let's take a picture. Let's go get Chaji. Well, now you can see the amount of people is a bit different. Look how many people. Well, it's getting packed over here. I forgot the name of the street. I think it's written over there, but I can't reach any. So let's go get Chaji. I'm gonna say something I never ever thought I would say about Shanghai, which is, firstly, it reminds me of Tokyo. And if you have been to Tokyo, you know how overwhelming the city is. There's so much going on, it's very special. And I would say it's quite similar to Tokyo. Never thought I would say that. Second is that it's truly an amazing city. The way it's set up, it has everything. Look at cool Chaji. But now let's go check it out. So, what's so cool about Chaji? This is another success story from China. So there's this guy from, I think, Yunnan, which is one of the main tea producing areas of China, that started working as a milk tea shop. And he had this idea of elevating the ingredients. It's very well managed. Very impressed by Shanghai. Oh, maybe you've seen the cat videos back in Shinjuku, Tokyo. In Shanghai, they have their own version as well. So look how fast this guy goes with his electric moped. And it doesn't make a single noise. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's nuts. That is nuts. Showcasing the quality of the Chinese tea. And so he came up with the idea of Chaji, which is what you see over here. Yeah. So yeah. Let's go a little bit further. That's a very cool dispenser. Coca-Cola dispenser. And you have that. They have a bunch of brands that oh no way. Look at this Luckin. Nice. Luckin is the company that is gonna absolutely destroy Starbucks. That's my belief. They even have a Sega shot, which for Italian speakers, it always sounds fun to hear that there is a Sega shot. Oh, that's another Pop Mart type of company. Look how cool. Can you feel that? Can you feel that there is money here? I think you can. I really think you can. There is money. People have money to spend. People want to spend money. The middle class is hungry for entertainment. Hungry for things to buy, for things to do, for things to see. And you know what? It looks pretty new. So what it tells me is that it hasn't been there for long. Oh, this is the lottery. We just said that people love to gamble. That's your proof. Oh. Yeah. Hot pot. That's a massive hot pot shop. Oh, it's actually not a shop, it's a building of hot pot. Hot pot heaven. Wow. So, what we saw earlier, the police thingy, is like a police pod. It looks like it's a semi-mobile police station. Wow. a Western country or a Western city, I would be scared. That's what I have to say. I would be really, really scared. Because this is what you're competing against. It's a zero-sum game, right? You win or you lose. Now you tell me who's winning, man. You just tell me. Very impressive. Good old Beach and Yang is there from Singapore. Shout out, Pakwa. Okay, looks like that was the heart of it. Let's keep walking a little bit more and then we're gonna call it a day. But I have to tell you something. There is a sign, there is a very clear sign that this cannot last. I tell you why. Where are the kids? Okay, you could say it's late. It's like what, 10 p.m. on a Saturday? But where are the kids? There are no kids, barely any. Just saw a couple, but barely any kids. No kids? Look how people are gambling. No kids, no future, and at some point, no present. China is struggling quite a lot with its population. Oh damn, handmade silver. Handmade, they say, but well, handmade silver. Just white people interested in this stuff. That's cool. So we were saying, no kids, no future. That's the brutal reality of it. There is no way around it. Barely any kids. It feels very close to Europe. You know, like barely anything, barely any kids. That is a shame, and that is very, very sad. But yeah, look at the quality of the screen they have. Look at that. I'm sending a clear sign over there. You see? You see? Yeah. I mean, of course, they're selling gear for cold weather, but hey, I love when people try to sell me stuff when they are on video, you know. Sometimes I'm really surprised. Well, the coolest mini shop I've ever seen, right there. This is an interesting street. That's a nice street. Some Korean tourists, of course. Selling stuff. Well, so we started the street with one Huawei shop, and we end with another one. Really cool. Really cool. There's even some sort of park at the end. Oh, there's the police. See? I mean, maybe people see the police, but no one just walking. Everyone orderly waiting for the traffic light. What do you think? Yeah, so what do you think? How's China doing? I let you decide. From the mighty city of Shanghai, that is all. Good morning, Shanghai. From the suburbs of Shanghai, I should say, where it's a chilly, cold December morning. The winter sun is shining. The architecture is kind of gray, as you can see. But hey, that will not bring us down. Let's walk around the neighborhood and see if there is anything interesting. This is how it works. So you see, there is a street or a road for cars, and then there is another one for scooters, for mopeds. Now you see someone is coming, and there is no sound at all because everything is electric. You see? No sound. Nothing. That is really cool. And you see hundreds of these mopeds everywhere. Hundreds of mopeds. Which is something that is really cool, if you ask me. China is not an energy-rich country per se. Doesn't have many natural resources, except from some rare earths. But they're producing electricity, a lot of it nowadays. So that's how you leverage what you're doing well, by going fully electric. So a lot of cars are electric as well. You hear? Look, these are I would say normal roads with a bunch of cars, no sound, no nothing. It's very quiet. This gentleman here has some ducks and some pigeons, I guess. Oh yeah, well, you see, it's like a butcher, a street butcher, a bunch of ducks and pigeons. Well, let's just say I've never seen that before. Ni hao. Oh, Italy.
Italy, oh,
Italy, Italia.
来游玩。
Uh-huh. Bye bye. Yeah, look how nice people are. People are very curious about foreigners. I want to say a couple of words in English, you see? Excited about that. So here we are in the suburbs. This is not the city center of Shanghai, of course. And it's still very clean. I mean, you see, we are in front of butchers, street vendors, but the level of cleanliness is good. You still see some people, like this gentleman at the back, going by bike. So there is a couple of people on the bike. I saw mostly old folks. Everyone else is using these electric mopeds, which I assume are really cheap. There you go. That's how the suburbs look like in Shanghai. Let's keep going a little bit. I think Italy is called Italia. Italy. I'm not really sure. Something like that. I should ask this Chinese lady I met earlier in the hotel who speaks English. Oh, this is traditional medicine stuff. That looks very good. Yeah. Yeah. It's really a shame that I can't understand what people do or sell, because everything is written in Mandarin, in Chinese. So I have no clue. Oh, that's a homeless person. So first one we've seen in China. Yeah, so it's really a shame. I don't know what's going on. I just read and look, but that's it. That's pretty much it. On safety. I felt very safe throughout. I mean, look, guys, if you've never been to Asia, Asia is very safe. So, I mean, if we talk about violent type of crimes, I mean, I'm not saying they don't exist, right? But they are extremely unlikely if you compare to Western countries. I guess pickpockets may happen. I never had any of that, and you know, touch wood, it will keep the same. It will stay the same. Oh, see, this is how they charge the moped. Literally, you just plug it in. Wow, that's pretty cool. Just like that. And yeah, so they may be. I mean, I guess they may pickpocket you, but they never ever happen. I got scammed only ever once in Asia, and that was when I was exchanging some money in Bali. That's pretty much it. That's it. So here they sell poultry. See? Just like that. Chicken, and I mean, what can I tell you? It's very fresh. It's really fresh. It's full of spas here, like in the rest of Asia. In Chinese massage is quite famous. Yeah, so that's how the suburbs looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. I mean, if you ask me, there is much worse suburbs to be in. This class over here reminds me of Russian Khrushchevki, which are the buildings built for the people of the Soviet Union. So these, and I'm gonna show them to you in Russia. But these look quite similar. So low rise, very standardized, very practical. Not much for the eye to look at, but hey, they were cheap to make, and they serve the purpose of giving a roof over the head of many people. The type of projects where overall I think the impact is great. You are lifting people out of poverty, you're making sure that everyone has the bare minimum. And then of course, some people will do better than others, but at least everyone has the bare necessities under control. And of course, at home, take one of these. These are apartment shops, or we call shop houses in Singapore. See, people have their shop at their home together.